Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. It's a masterclass in meta-storytelling written masterfully by the Korean duo Sing-jong. This story focuses on the sole reader of a novel, Kim Dokja, and his journey as his favorite novel, 3 Ways to Survive the Apocalypse, becomes reality. This journey raises many questions. What does it mean to be a character? When does a person become a character? And can a character become a person? Minor spoilers ahead. The novel chapters are on the screen. Hi, I'm the person 76. You know, it's funny how after watching hundreds of hours of games, shows, and VTubers, the one piece of media that blurred the lines between reality and fiction was Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. From early on in the novel, the line between real people and characters is drawn by the protagonist Kim Dokja's skill, Character List, an ability that provides him information on characters. When attempting to use this ability on people that he knew before 3 Ways to Survive the Apocalypse became reality, it returns the message, "This person isn't registered in Character List." As the story continues, greater questions arise about what qualifies someone to be registered in the Character List. A person previously known for having read a portion of 3 Ways to Survive the Apocalypse becomes a character. A character who Kim Dokja had used Character List on multiple times is no longer registered. In the context of ORV, there are a few possibilities regarding who is excluded from the Character List. The first exception are those Kim Dokja is intimately familiar with. We see this in the first few scenes. When the skill fails to activate on his character, Yu Sang-a, it does not exclude another person in his company that he knows less well. Another exception is those with external knowledge of the novel, 3 Ways to Survive the Apocalypse. Those who read up to a point are added to the character list after that point in time has passed. The final exception are characters who have completely forgone what originally made them characters. Those who, by going above and beyond the story, have become truly free individuals. Upon the use of character list, all that is returned is, applicable individual is not a character. So, what does it all mean? In Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, characters can be easily differentiated. What about in real life? To start with the simpler half of this conversation, when does a person become a character? We all know that historical figures like George Washington were real people, but nowadays the main impression of him that we have is through textbooks and portrayals in movies. He has become a character in history. People in Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint become characters when the stories they have read run out. I believe that people in real life become characters when the stories are all that is left from them. From this perspective, a character is anybody who we readers know only through story. But what about the other side? When does a character become a person? How does a character go beyond their own story? For this answer, we must go beyond traditional media and history. Adam and Eve, featured in the Bible, are believed by some to be people, by others to be characters. By our previous definition, they are only known to readers through story, making them characters. But if they are attributed so much meaning and emotion by some people that have such strong conviction, Adam and Eve are equally real to those people as George Washington. We all believe that George Washington was a person, though. In Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, a character becomes a person when our reader Kim Dokja no longer recognizes them from the original story, when he can no longer see them as characters. Through this lens, a person is simply anybody who we believe is not a character. These points may seem to contradict, but George Washington is undoubtedly a historical person, but to say that his image has not become a character is wrong. Both George Washington the president and George Washington the character may exist at the same time. So, Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint shows us what a character truly is. While there are some defined characteristics, such as only existing through story, some of what determines a person from a character is subjective. Sometimes, someone can be both a character and a real person. This is really just the introduction. I decided to split up this look into characters in order to keep the videos short. Next time I'll talk about what it actually means to be a character, along with the morals and philosophy of creating and interacting with them. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.